What a huge announcement with the Australian ETF now available for Australian retail consumers. Absolutely huge news for Bitcoin as this opens up the retail door for retail investments. An ETF allows non-crypto people, so people that don't need a crypto account, to invest directly into crypto through their superannuation retirement fund through their financial advisor. Absolutely huge news.
The Financial Review announces today that the first mass Australian retail demand of crypto will happen next week with a listing of the first Bitcoin ETF on the CBOE equities trading venue. There's already speculation that $1 billion will flow into the country's Bitcoin ETF when it launches next week. The reason why this is being held up, and just so you know, there isn't a US ETF at the moment. It's been widely spoken about for a couple of years now. The US continues to decline setting up an ETF due to the volatility and trading risk. But the trading risk has been cleared by the participants in Australia, with the minimum number of clearing participants needed means that they're good to go. They're giving a 7-day notice period, which will give everyone basically just a heads up that the investors are ready to prepare for the new product. And then it's being launched. US continues to wait for the crypto ETF to be approved by the SEC. I'm not sure why it keeps getting hit back. We'll touch on that in a second. But as I mentioned before, basically ETFs are an investment that trade on any sort of stock exchange like a regular stock, but instead of tracking just a particular like Bitcoin itself, it's going to be tracking a basket of different things within that Bitcoin ETF. So it allows people to get exposure to Bitcoin's price without having to actually buy the currency, which, as I said, is going to open up a whole new retail investor capacity, because they don't need to go and sign up on Coinbase themselves and hold it. They can easily be incorporated into their superannuation, retirement plans, etc., and get all of the investor protections that they get like buying an all stock. So I think this is pretty big. One of the biggest factors is that people, may want to get exposure, or the new financial advisors want to allow their clients to get exposure to, crypto, but don't necessarily want to advise them to go and hold the custody, hold the crypto themselves. Although I do believe a big component of, own your own keys, own your own coins is a big thing in crypto. This will allow people to start to get exposure without needing to go down that path directly. Like, things are very early, things are difficult, as ledger's still hard to use. The technology still is so early, which is making it difficult for people to come into crypto. This, in my opinion, is going to allow exposure to those crypto degens like we are here to get exposure and start that path of getting more and more exposure to crypto. And as soon as they get awareness and they start to get educated, well, then they're probably going to start to take out of just the non-custodial into buying Bitcoin and crypto directly and holding it themselves, like we all know, which is important to do. So with Canada now having their ETF, Australia getting their ETF, surely it's only a matter of time until the US launch their own ETF. Bitcoin is now an institutional market. It's a market with institutional service providers and a large, robust, regulated futures market. It's only a matter of time that the SEC approves a Bitcoin ETF, says the Grayscale CEO. And a survey done recently from the 2022 Bitwise ETF Trend Survey found that 82% of advisors prefer a spot Bitcoin ETF over a futures-based alternative. So there is a futures-based alternative at the moment, which basically means you're tracking or betting on the future price of Bitcoin, where this spot ETF is investing directly into the assets themselves and a bundle of different companies within the Bitcoin ETF. So very bullish stuff, and well done on Australia leading the charge on that. Hopefully the US can follow, and we'll see more people pouring into Bitcoin with that more exposure and easier exposure to crypto. That's all from me. If you like these videos, please like and subscribe. If you want more premium research and analysis, if you're new to crypto or an intermediate and want to know what we're buying as analysts, and you want all the research delivered to you in a nice, easy membership dashboard, you can sign up for Collective Shift for $1 for 7 days. You get all of our investments. We've been tracking really well recently, so you can head over to collectiveshift.io and check that out. But apart from that, I'll be back tomorrow with another video. Thanks and bye for now.